we're off. As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Gonna make this somewhat short. We'll see how long it goes. Gonna be dealing with a liar. And we're gonna expose it. Well, he's gonna expose himself. Just let him speak. But I'm here by me onesie. The rest of the authors are out there traveling the world, doing their book tours. South of France, Cambodia, Kazakhstan, and Baltimore. While I'm back here holding the fort down. So, we're going to get right into this. Volume looks good. Got excellent stream quality. Kim, you out there? Give me a yo. Reason is I'm going to start playing these videos. I don't want to be jumping back and forth between mute and unmute and make the mistake of being on mute. Since I'm not in Discord, hopefully there's no echo out there in YouTube land. So give me a heads up if you're there. For anyone's out there, give me a heads up. I'm going to play a video. We're going to play a number of videos here. I just want to make sure it's not echoing out there. So take your time. We're in no rush. Just a beautiful summer day. Not technically summer yet, but you know what I mean. Yo, all right. Yeah, I'm going to play... It sounds good. Yeah, that's not really what I'm concerned with. I'm a little bit concerned if I play a video with my mic open, that it might echo through it. Before I set the stage, let's try it. I'm only going to play like 10 seconds of this. And give me a heads up whether you're hearing it out there. Here we go.
Now that kind of fickle nature, I'll give you a better example. Do you remember Flatzoid coming back a couple of weeks back, or maybe even a couple of months back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's your 10 seconds. Let me check back with you guys. Are you hearing that video echo, or are you hearing it just, we're good to go? Yes, I know that proper planning prevents piss poor performance. I understand that. It's my saying. Now, give me a yes or a no whether this darn thing's echoing or not. But I know it takes a couple seconds. There's a little bit of a delay. Yeah, it's still good. Sounds awesome. Good. No echoing. That means I'm not going to catch myself on mute and talking. We should do this more often. It's much easier this way. No echo. Good. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, let me set the stage. It's always good to put everything in context here. All right, let's move that over. The reason I'm doing this is, like I said, context, and there's a little bit of a shell game going on with Nathan Oakley between one book, 2 books, 4 drafts, 5 drafts, 10 drafts. Yeah, that's a problem, and I'm going to expose that today. So I put this out like 5 months ago, and just a couple days ago on QE Live. So just to make sure that everyone's clear with the book. Of course, there's a number of books. That creates a problem. But I'll try to explain this to you. So, this is Nathan Oakley's book. The title, Flat Earth Housekeeping Questions Deflate the Globe. Pseudoscience and Logical Fallacies Exposed. Nathan Oakley. There's the chapter numbers coming up for you. All right. Yep. There's a copyright down here. Yep. Copyright 2024 by Nathan Oakley. This is a book. Now, I was in a hangout a couple years ago, and all of a sudden, I was told I got a book. I said, whoa, you wrote a book? Yeah. Can you send me that book? So I was sent this book. This is the copy that I still have. Everyone following. Yeah. Now, it appears that I got this late because Brian was approached by 10th Man and Adam was approached by 10th Man. I'm thinking somewhere in the vicinity of 3 weeks before the announcement, I have a book that I heard. So there was some funny business going on. I didn't know. I'm assuming that Brian and Adam thought that I was approached. Nobody was talking about it, but I'm assuming that. I haven't asked them that. So next time I talk to him, I'll ask him that. But I'm assuming, I think that's a pretty fair assumption. So they were asked to review the book and give their synopsis, where I wasn't. I was left out in the cold, a little bit behind the backness, right? So like I said, one day I'm sitting in there in the hangout and I hear, I wrote a book. Oh, really? Can you send me that book? So, as I said, this is the book that I got. And what I did was, I didn't read through the book. We're in the hangout. I just looked down here at the table of contents, right? And then I picked a chapter. Turns out that that chapter was chapter 8. Is there any scientific evidence for gravity? And then proceeded to read it to myself. It was an absolute train wreck of a disaster. Took me about 5-6 minutes to read it. I come back on the mic, said something to the effect, Nathan, did you write this book? And it's a piece of shit. Something to that effect. Release the tapes and we'll find out for sure. Okay? It's something in that general area. Now, I didn't get an answer to that first question, by the way. Did you write this book? There was silence. Yeah? And I said, you can't publish this. It's a train wreck of a disaster. Okay? Everyone understand. That's how it went. And we're sitting in the hangout. Yes? It's flat earth housekeeping questions deflate the globe. Pseudoscience and logical fallacies exposed by Nathan Oakley. That's the book that I got and still have. I haven't done anything with it. It just sits here in my files. Now, there were some people in the hangout that wanted to edit the book to make it better. Right after I read Gravity chapter. Now, I don't know if this was the same day. It could have been the next day after. I don't know. Just release the tapes. You'll know the sequence. I had read over the next day a couple chapters, and I said, oh, man, this ain't going to work. Now, within 3 days, I think I said it the first day, but I could be mistaken. Within 3 days, I told the group, I said, we got to write a new book. Now, there was silence after that, but I knew it because it would be so difficult to go through incoherent nonsense and try to rewrite it. So I just said, let's just start over. It's a train wreck. No. Can't do that, Huey. Can't do that. I said, you got to be kidding me. I went along with the group. It was a group vote or something, so I went along with it. I knew where it was going to end. So, I don't know whether it was 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, don't know. Somewhere in that vicinity. It wasn't longer than 3 months. That people got sick and fed up of trying to trudge through the hedgerows through this incoherent nonsense and rewrite it. Or, as you could say, edit it. I gave it my best shot. They dragged me kicking and screaming trying to edit this train wreck. All right? So, but it got to the point where everyone said, no, we're not. We can't do this. we're starting a new book. Yeah. That book, in the end, was this book. Now, it didn't have a title at the time, right? We were just starting over with a new book. It became this, but if I'm not mistaken, the first title of the new book, maybe about 6 months into it, again, the timing may be off a little bit, you get the gist. The title of that book, All Roads Lead to Flat Earth, and then my edition, The Ultimate Flat Earth Reference. Now, we left that go, got back into writing this book, Adam and I writing this book, and eventually it became Welcome to Flat Earth. I don't know who brought it up. Somebody brought it up. They said, you know what? A good title would be Welcome to Flat Earth. And I said, thought about it. I said, that's a heck of a title. And we could still keep the Ultimate Flat Earth Reference. It just flows. Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is copyrighted under the authors, John Stunya, that would be me, and Adam Paul Meakin. Yes? See the copyright certificate? Yes, that's that book. This ultimately turned into this book. 90% of Welcome to Flat Earth, the Ultimate Flat Earth Reference, is in this book, which is pending copyright itself. But most of it's under copyright anyway, like I said. So, we got one book, we got 2 books, and then we got 3 books, and then a potential book being released by Nathan. So, everyone's on the same sheet of music here. There should be no questions about this. I went through this a couple times, like I said 5 months ago. Went through a little bit of it the other day, and I'm now going through it again. There shouldn't be any question on the sequence. Yeah, so this all took place over roughly 18 months. So that's a long time. Maybe a few details that I've forgotten through time, right? But I got the big guys. Everyone tracking. Hopefully everyone is. This book, the Trainwreck book, which was attempted to be edited by mainly Adam and I. Then it was train-wrecked. We said, to heck with this. We tossed this out along with what we wrote. I don't think we wrote much. Most of it was on tape. And I think the plan was to have Chuck write it at the moment. Just see the tapes and you'll see what I'm talking about. Right? But then in the end, 1, 2, 3 months later, we chucked this book and whatever work we'd done, the editing. Yeah? And then we started to write another book. We, Adam and I. With my intellectual property. While Adam wrote every single word. Does everyone get it? Not on this book. This is Nathan and Chuck's book. We drop kicked this off to the side and started a new book. Good to go over this. Ultimately, it became Welcome to Flat Earth, the Ultimate Flat Earth Reference, which is copyrighted under me and Adam. And then this book, which 90% is copyrighted under Welcome to Flat Earth, the Ultimate Flat Earth Reference. Now that we established that, we got a little, like I said, shell game going on. Well, I'm going to bring Thor's hammer down on that shell game. Well, I'm not going to do it. Somebody else is going to do it for me. But first off, discover the mysteries of not supporting your claims. But let's delve into that. I was quite surprised at this, but let's just let him speak. Here we go.
Kind of fickle nature. I'll give you a better example. Do you remember?
You're fickle? I don't think you know what fickle means. If you did, you wouldn't assign that to yourself. Tell you that much.
Flatsoid coming back a couple of weeks back, or maybe even a couple of months back. Yeah. Hey, Flatsoid, how's it going? I can't even remember why you pissed me off last time. I'm so fickle, I don't care. Because be here, not be here, it doesn't really matter because I didn't really care about you. And
wow, what an upstanding member of society you are.
between then and now, who cares? I didn't give you much thought. So I can't really remember, in sincerity, why, for whatever reason, we fell out of favour. Because I'm fickle. Now, the same
Again, he doesn't know what fickle means, but I digress.
applies to somebody who's betrayed you. Now, I'm not
There was no betrayal. Unless you can support it.
saying I'll be like, hey, QE, how's it going, if he was to come back on the show.
That's never going to happen. That ship sailed long ago.
You know, it'd be, hey, thief, how's it going with my material?
Hey, thief, how's it going with my material? Number one, I didn't steal anything. And number two, you don't have any material. It was all my material in that second book. Now, not your first book, that train wreck you and Chuck authored, which was mainly Chuck. You didn't write that. But it's irrelevant anyway. You don't have any material, and you don't have any support for your claims here, sir. Until you can support it. You see, we got this thing here too. It's people like in the city. They're called village idiots that make baseless claim after baseless claim, and they're called ipsy dixit baseless bare assertion fallacies that don't support anything. Anybody can do that, right? So you need to support your claims. Isn't this easy to understand? Let's see.
Material that you stole. That would be the attitude. It'd be like, you got to prove things. I'd be like, I'm not proving anything.
So you're not proving anything. So you're making baseless claims about people and charging them with some serious, some can be asserted to be crimes. Stealing is a crime. Yeah? Mr. Laugher over here. Huh? And you're not going to support anything, are you? It's not your job to prove your claims, right? That's what you just said. Let's go back. Say it again.
Stole. That would be the attitude. It'd be like, you got to prove things. I'd be like, I'm not proving anything.
He's not proving anything, ladies and gentlemen. Huh.
Right? I'll say what I want.
You'll say what you want and not provide support for what you say. That's an interesting philosophy.
Regardless of your desire for me to provide an evidentiary standard. And I'm just going to...
Yeah, I need you to provide support evidence for your claim against me and Adam, but Adam's not here because I'm by me onesie. So you need to provide support when you charge me with a crime. Yeah. He doesn't think he needs to provide evidence. He just needs to say it.
look down the camera and call you a thief.
You'll look down the camera and call me a thief, but then you have no evidence to prove that I'm the thief. Or you would have already provided it.
And everyone around me is going to hear me doing it.
Everyone around here is going to hear you doing what? Baseless assertion fallacies. Okay. Is that your defense?
What are you going to do? Demand evidence?
Yes, I'm going to demand evidence for you to support your claims. Yes. Yes, I am. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I've been trying to do it for the past 9 months, but I'm not getting anywhere with it. No one's holding you to task. You're just repeating the same thing over and over again. Right? I guess you think your subscribers are stupid. Yeah? That's the only thing that I can think that you're taking advantage of them. Right? By spinning a yarn and not providing any evidence for your claims. And you don't think that's a problem.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He doesn't need to provide any evidence. He's good to go.
You're a thief. Yeah.
I'm a thief. No, you're a liar. If you don't provide evidence for your claim, I'm saying you have no evidence to support that claim. So my claim is one of non-existence. You have the positive claim. So you have to prove your claim. Yes, it's not rocket surgery. You thought we'd figure this out by now, right? That's how we got in the mess that we got in the first place. By listening to people make claims without support. Yes. That's why you're neck deep in the heliocentric ball-tard spinning space monkey religion. We tried to dig out of that. And the way we did it was making people support their claims. That appears it doesn't apply to you.
I don't feel the need to justify what I'll call this.
Yeah, he doesn't feel the need to justify his claims, ladies and gentlemen.
Person if they were in my presence. But that would be if I was to be giving it my concern and consideration.
He's not giving support for his claims, concern, or consideration. Listen, I'm not saying, you just heard him. Yep, I guess he's exempt from supporting his claims. Alrighty then. Now we'll go to 3 weeks ago. Yeah, somewhere around 3 weeks ago. Let's see what we got here.
Speaking of which, it can't be more than a couple of more days before my publisher gets in touch with me and said it's live. As I said yesterday, it'll be a bit of an anticlimax initially when the book goes live. I'll just be telling you on one of the live shows and pointing you in the direction of the link. So there's not going to be some massive party. There's going to be no arrows.
Hopefully you wrote this book.
Fired into the air, lighting bowls or anything, if you know what I mean.
Is it hard copy or online only?
Initially, it'll be online only.
Oh, you got to put it out.
Yes, I have. It's called Measured Flat.
Oh, there was some lady, Betty, that said it was never your book. Isn't that?
Really? What was never his book? Betty said that? Do you have text or audio where she said that it was never your book? Which book are we talking about, by the way? That would be helpful.
Funny.
I never made the claim that he never had a book. I showed it multiple times, right? Through the months. There it is. He does have a book. It's this book. Yeah? Just so we're clear.
Oh, right, yeah, because this woman called Betty, this is a woman with big feet who can't...
What the heck? This is a woman with big feet? How do you know that? What does that have to do with anything? What in the world is going on? Are you creeping her Facebook photos? Unbelievable. What is this? Betty never did anything to you except provide venue for you and your show for what? 7 years on Discord? And now all of a sudden it's Betty with big feet. Do you have a foot fetish? Do we need to devote some time to this? You know what this sounds like to me? Deuce 7 offsuit. That's what it sounds like to me. I can see it right there on his forehead. Deuce 7 offsuit. Why are you attacking a woman's foot or feet, sir?
Can't hold down a boyfriend.
What do you mean? How do you know she can't hold down a boy? What in the world is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? Are you into this woman's personal life? How do you know this?
Was used in substitution of a story about me and...
No. There was never a story about you. Now, there might be a story about you here. Right? I didn't read this whole book, ladies and gentlemen. I'll get to it at some point. right? There might be something in there to that effect. But with Adam and I, that story was never about you. The story was about flat Earth. Not you. You were the narrative gloss, the medium, to deliver the story of flat Earth. You're a bit confused.
Flat Earth debate housekeeping questions.
No, they weren't about flat Earth debate housekeeping questions, except the first book. This one. Hold on. This one. Now, I never had anything to do with this, nor Adam, nor Brian, nor anyone. It was Chuck and Nathan. So this says flat Earth housekeeping questions to Flight the Globe. So you must be talking about this book. Betty didn't have anything to do with this book either. What in the world are you talking about? Hey?
That was produced in the form of a 5th draft.
There was no 5th draft. There was no 1st draft. There was no 2nd draft. There was no 3rd, 4th, or 5th draft, unless you can show them. You're going to have to produce evidence of all 5 drafts, since you just claimed that. I have no idea where you dreamed that up from. It was only your and Chuck's book. That's it. In the beginning.
Under my supervision.
No one was under your supervision. I was never under your supervision and will never be under your supervision. In fact, there's many occasions recorded that you admitted you were my student. Yeah? How can a student supervise their professor? I don't know how that's possible. I've never seen that. You want to support that, by the way? You can't.
In my Hangouts.
They're not your Hangouts. They're Google Hangouts. Google owns those Hangouts. Now, people can sign up for them and get Hangouts. But it wasn't your Hangout.
2 people who had offered me help so I could help people.
Whoa. 2 people that offered you help. What 2 people? Wasn't me. Besides, you're skipping ahead. How could I offer you help on a book that I was unaware of? And when I was made aware of, I only read 1 chapter. Can you explain that?
My family, those 2 people thieved my 5th
You didn't have a 5th draft.
draft. That was
No, you never had a 5th draft. You never had a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th draft either. Unless you can show, like I said before, you need to support that. No one stole anything from you, sir. Unless you can provide evidence of that. You got any of that? We'd like to see it. Hopefully, other people would like to see it too.
was produced in my company,
It was produced in your company, huh? What was produced in your company? What? Specifically. Hyper specifically. You got to answer these questions. Or don't answer them and just be known as a village idiot that only has ipsy-dixit, baseless, bare assertion fallacies. Simple.
Hangouts under my supervision.
No, even if you say it twice, it's not going to work. I was never and will never be under your supervision. I was the professor. You were the student. And you even admitted as much multiple times.
And had her name and her story about how she can't keep a man.
What? Now we're back. How she can't keep a man? What? Do 7 offsuit. Can you see it here, ladies and gentlemen? Do 7 offsuit. Attacking a woman? Did Betty have anything to do with your book? Right here? This book? No. Why you keep bringing Betty into this? To show us your do 7 offsuit.
In place of my story. So you say
No, not your story. You were the narrative gloss on the new book to provide a medium for the flat earth story. Now, on the third book, Betty provided that narrative gloss. The book's not about Betty. Not about anyone. It's a story about flat earth and the facts thereof. You seem a bit confused.
Saying that woman who can't hold down a man.
Here we go. Can't hold. What is this, the third time? How does he know that? Is he in our personal life? Does anyone find this disturbing? What does Betty have to do with anything? Unless you're butthurt because your narrative gloss was replaced with her narrative gloss. Yeah? That sounds about right. I'm only speculating, though. It sounds like butthurtedness.
Is that there was no book? Yeah, there was.
No, I never said there was no book. Adam never said there was no book. No one said that. Betty wasn't around. I don't know how she could even make a claim of no book, a book. She could make a claim that I wasn't around because I was writing my book, right? She could say that, but I don't. You're going to have to provide evidence of this. It doesn't matter anyway because I didn't make the claim and Adam didn't make the claim, and I've already showed your book multiple times, so this is a nothing burger.
I was offered help with it by the people who changed.
You were offered help with it. What's it? And you're going to have to provide evidence of this offering of help, specifically by me. Want to hear those words, okay? 1 second, folks.
Changed my
Sorry about that, folks. I had to take that phone call. All right, where were we? Let's go back 5. Let's do a J. Full J.
in place of my story. So you're saying,
Like I said, it wasn't your story. It was the flat earth story. You're a narrative gloss, just like Betty's.
that woman who can't hold down a man says,
Oh, that's where we're at. We're back on the attacking Betty for some reason. Do you guys see the Do 7 offsuit? I see it. This is pathetic. Right? And how would he even know this stuff?
is that there was no book. Yeah, there was. I was offered help with it by the people who changed my name to your name, Betty.
You was offered help with it. Like I said, you're going to have to provide evidence of that. Specifically me offering you help. And where this fits in the sequence. I would never say, I'm going to help you when I hadn't read the book yet. Just one chapter, I knew it was trash.
Yeah? You've been
What? You had trouble with that word, didn't you? You've been what?
my name to your name, Betty. Yeah? You've been superimposed on top of stolen material that was
Stolen material, that's a pretty hefty charge. Do you have evidence of that? And how can I steal my material? Step by step, please. Can you show that? I don't think so. And it's, like I said, it's not your story. It's a story of flat earth.
it was about me.
No, it wasn't about you. It was about flat earth. Hello, McFly.
You are the porno version of
Oh my God. Really? How did you come up with this? What do you mean, porno version of what?
My story, Betty.
Of your story. It was never your story. It was the Flat Earth story. You were the narrative gloss. Jeez.
That's all you are.
That's all she is. Okie dokie.
Yeah? I'm the Steven Spielberg film.
You're not the Steven Spielberg film. We didn't do any films. We were working on books. And when I say we, it was Adam and I. Save for the first book. This one. Where Adam and I had nothing to do with this. This is you and Chuck's nightmare. Everyone following.
You're the Steven Spielberg porn.
You got some serious delusion problems, son.
No version. A couple
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
of editors stole.
Editors. We attempted to edit that train wreck, this train wreck right here. But then after some time, they finally listened to me. And we kicked this and anything else to the side. Started over. Started afresh.
Repurposed and slapped your name on the top of.
Yeah, narrative gloss. We slapped your name on the first one. Well, not the first one. You slapped your name on that one. We attempted the editing process with your name slapped on it too, but that didn't work out, so we kicked it to the side. The third one had your narrative gloss on it too. Until you attempted to steal my intellectual property, then I stripped your narrative gloss off of there and put Betty's narrative gloss on there, which turned out to me much better, by the way.
Now you can delude yourself that your story was what they were.
No, it's not her story. It's a narrative gloss. It's the Flat Earth story. By Welcome to Flat Earth. It's not Welcome to Betty. Right? It's Welcome to Flat Earth. Get it? Probably not.
Producing in my Hangouts under my.
Not your Hangouts. They're Google Hangouts. And we're not under your supervision. Third time he said that. You don't supervise me. Ever. Student.
Supervision whilst producing a fifth draft that they.
There is no fifth draft. So you can't steal something that never existed. There is no first, second, third, fourth, or fifth draft. Nothing. None. Zero. I am claiming non-existence of the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth drafts. You have the positive claim. This is the second time you stated it, that you have 5 drafts. Let's see them. Produce them for your subscribers and your audience. If you don't, you're a liar. Simple.
Stole. But in reality,
no one stole anything.
Betty, your story's been told by thieves.
I'm not a thief. You're going to have to support that claim. I didn't steal a thing. If you don't support that claim, you're a liar. Simple.
And there's a thin veneer over the top of my story.
It's not your story. It was the Flat Earth story. Yours was a narrative gloss, and so is hers.
Which is what people actually want to read about stories.
People actually want to read about stories about you. Why? What's your rationale? Are you that deluded? That's rhetorical.
Story, not a story about how you can't hold down a man.
Here we go. What is this, the third or fourth time? How do you know she can't hold down a man? Number one, what does that have to do with the price of friggin' tea in China? Nothing. Then why are you in the middle of this woman's life? This is quite disturbing.
They'll go and watch a whole bunch of YouTubers like Taylor.
Why are we watching other YouTubers now? What on earth is going on here?
Taylor the Fiend. Shout out to Taylor the Fiend.
Who's Taylor the Fiend? What the hell is your malfunction?
If you want to read about stories about women like...
Look at him looking up in the air and stuff, making stuff up. You're just making shit up. Who wants to do that?
Betty, who can't hold
They don't have Betty's story. What are you going to... Is this the 4th or 5th time
Down a man.
that she can't hold down a man? You see that? You see it? You guys see it now? You see the Deuce 7? I see it. They're off-suited, by the way. I'm going to call and go all in. Just so you know.
And become spinsters as their ovaries.
Now they're spinster. Now you're talking about strangers' ovaries? What on earth is going on here? How do you know about this woman's ovaries? What the hell?
Dry up. Then you can go and watch Taylor the Fiend talk about...
Why are we going to watch Taylor the Fiend if we're concerned about Betty's ovaries? You've lost the plot, Holmes.
Women hitting the wall. Now, if you want that interdispersed with a story about housekeeping questions...
There's not a story with her interdispersed with housekeeping questions. Betty's not in your book. Betty's not in this book unless you put her in there. Now, like I said, I haven't read the whole thing. Unless you stuck her in there, this is non sequitur. Your conclusion's not following from any premises. That's the least of your concerns.
You can go and buy the Steven Spielberg.
Oh my God, here we go again. If you keep on saying stupid shit over and over again, are you hoping to Jedi mind trick your subscribers or the people that listen to you? Is that what you're thinking? Because that's like the 4th or 5th time you went on this Steven Spielberger routine.
Porno version of my story. Stolen.
Porno version of your story, you never had a story. It was a narrative gloss. It was the Flat Earth story.
By 2 upstart editors.
I'm not an editor. I'm an author. Hey, I'll show you. Recognized by the U.S. Copyright Office, by the way. See this right here? Welcome to Flat Earth. You see this phrase or term? It says author. Not editor. Author. That'd be me. Also, Adam Meakin. Author. You get it? Probably not.
You can do that. No matter telling yourself that your story's important, Betty, will all...
It's not her story. You're still kind of confused about this. Betty's is a narrative gloss about covering and about the Flat Earth story. It's not Betty's story. Let's go back here. Welcome to Betty. No, it's welcome to Flat Earth. That's not Betty, by the way, in the picture. Just want to let you know.
How thin a veneer your name will go down in history as.
Go down in history as? So you're appealing to the future about some woman you never met. Very strange behavior.
Betty the spinster with a big...
Here we go again. Now we're on Betty the spinster. It's like it's never ending repeat, right? I guess that's what he's trying to do. I mean, I don't know. This is well above my pay grade. This is a clinical situation.
Big feet who can't hold down a...
Another big feet. He's got a foot fetish. Creeping her photos.
Man isn't going to capture people's imagination.
But she wasn't put there to capture people's imagination. She was a narrative gloss. A medium to provide the story of Flat Earth.
I absolutely assure you.
You can't assure us of anything. Maybe an ICD-10 code.
But there's no amount of time that will dissolve the theft that took...
No one stole anything. Unless you're going to provide evidence of that theft. Now we're back on the theft. What did we steal? Her ovaries? Yeah, there was no theft. No theft took place. See, I have the non-existence claim. My claim is that your claim of thievery or stealing is non-existent. So I have the non-existent claim. You, on the other hand, have the positive claim of thievery and somebody stealing something. Therefore, you must provide evidence of your claim. Does anyone have any questions about that?
Took place. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows what?
What happened to my 5th draft.
They do. Well, how do they know that? Because you told them. It is my claim that you never had a 5th draft, 4th draft, 3rd draft, 2nd draft, 1st draft. All you had was this. That's all you had. So again, my claim is non-existence. You're making the positive claims that you had this. You need to provide number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 drafts on your next show to support your claim. Simple. If you don't, you're a liar.
No man suggesting that there was 2 books.
No man is suggesting that there was 2 books. Huh?
As my book was being stolen from me.
As your book was being... I didn't steal your book. That's right. It's here. Now, I have it because you gave it to me. And you were going to tell the group here in a little bit that you did that. So I didn't steal this book. You gave it to me. I didn't do anything with it. I seen copyright down here. Right down here. I wasn't going to do anything with this. After I read a couple chapters, I needed resuscitated from tear-jerking belly laugher syndrome. This is a rag. So I never did anything with this book.
Will alter the reality of what take place.
What take place? English much?
In my company.
What took place in your company, huh?
Describing my story.
Not your story, Flat Earth's story. You were the narrative gloss, right? And you were going to be the narrative gloss until you failed an attempt to lift my intellectual property. I brought Thor's hammer down. Mr. Smiley.
It's not your story, Betty.
No, it's not her story at all. It's the Flat Earth story.
Your story is about not being able to hold down a man.
There we go again. What, 5th or 6th time? He's in this strange woman's personal life. How'd you get in there, by the way? I'd like to know that. How do you know this?
And it's a common story.
Is it a common story? How about the common story of lying?
Of women who go and buy cats.
Now she's buying cats. Oh my God, man. Okie dokie.
After failing to reproduce because they can't hold down a man.
They can't hold down a man. Who are they? The cats? We're kind of losing the plot here, don't you think? He's all proud of himself. You see that? I still see it. Deuce 7 offsuit. You guys see it? It's there.
I don't know how that's possible in 2026. There's plenty of simps out there. How can you not hold a man?
Now he's got the group talking about how to get a man. Is it raining men? Who was that? Gagushi? Did you get Jedi mind tricked into the next story about a strange woman getting a man? Boy, there's some deeper rooted issues, don't you think?
Well, no, you have to ask Carter, but that's how the book starts.
How does the book start?
Anyway, but could it...
Anyway? How does the book start? Just anyway. Go off to the next topic. How does the book start? At least you could have shared that. Does it start with Betty's big feet? or dried up ovaries? How'd it start?
Could be that because she seems like says she's a Christian woman.
She seems like that she says she's a Christian woman. That doesn't make any sense.
So if you're a Christian, you should know, you should have a moral compass.
Moral compass? You can't even find your way to your own bathroom.
We all have a moral compass.
Oh, boy.
But when you profess to be a Christian, it should be fine-tuned, no? So could it be that
No. Was that rhetorical?
she was deceived as to, that the people that were editing your book?
Editing what book? What book are you talking about specifically? I need the title of that book. Yeah? Everyone else would like to hear that too. The its and the theys and the thems. Yeah. We want to see those specifically.
Because they were taking stuff from their website. That's now.
They were taking stuff from their website? That's plural. Is there a plural website out there? Who was taking stuff from their website to do what?
Their book?
Hold on. Let me go back. Might have missed something here.
She was deceived as to, that the people that were editing your book.
So we were editing Nathan's book, this book. Yep, that went kicking and screaming, editing this train wreck of a disaster. That's true. And?
Because they were taking stuff from their website. That's now their.
No. Nothing. There better not be anything from my website in this book. I never put anything in here. Not, like I said, I haven't read the whole thing. There better. Well, this book isn't published, so it's a nothing burger for right now. But are you saying that I took information off my website and put it into this book, Neil? Is that what you're saying? Do you have any evidence of that? How in the hell could I do that when I wasn't even aware of this book's existence and had to ask for this book? This book was already completed when I got it. So how in the world did I go back in time? Did I call Doc Brown and go back and put my information from my website into this book? Is that what you're saying? This is quite a muddled composition you got going on here, Neil. Can you explain yourself? Jeez.
The book.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Majority of the people who claim they're Christians, especially on the internet, they're usually atheists.
So Christians that are claiming they're Christian are atheists. Listen, okay, we're done with this one. Let's go. We're not done with this video. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. 38:31. That's where we're headed. Oh, we're close. 38:32. You think that'll do it? We'll stop there.
Yeah, there's going to be an exception to that.
Now
There's
makes
exceptions.
you a liar.
Yeah, well, there's
Well, he is a liar.
liars. Exactly. There's
Yeah, there's liars. Yeah, there you go. You're one. We're going to show that in spades here in a few minutes.
And basically, what's happened if you're an audience member and wondering what the bloody hell
Oh, I can't wait for this.
we're talking about, I was approached by two con men.
No, you weren't. You weren't approached. How can I approach you when I didn't have your book yet? Hey?
Who said, "Hey Nathan, we can help you make your book better."
How can I approach you and say, "Hey Nathan, I'm going to help you make your book better," when I didn't have the book? Can you explain that? That's a lie, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Another one. They're stacking up. You guys follow that? I didn't have his book, so I couldn't approach him. There you go.
We've read through it, and we feel
I didn't read through it. I didn't read anything. Is he talking about Brian and Adam? They never said anything to me about that. I don't know. He's not being. You need to be hyper specific. That's what I want to shoot for with everyone. When you're telling friggin' yarns and your little stories, make sure to be hyper specific, because if you're not hyper specific, I'm gonna raise a weathered eye and I'm gonna tape it. Okay, just to let you know. Let's go back. Let's hear this yarn.
He said, "Hey Nathan, we can help you make your book better."
Yeah, I never did that. I didn't have your book to even make that comment.
We've read through it.
I didn't read through it. I haven't read through it yet. So, yeah. Liar.
And we feel it needs better information, better references.
How could I say that when I didn't read the book? I never said that to you. You're making shit up. That's what happens when you lie. Yeah? Those incongruent stories come back to bite you.
We can make it into the ultimate reference guide.
No, it wasn't the ultimate reference guide. It was the ultimate flat earth reference. And I never said that in the beginning. That title came long into the process. After we shit-canned your book? Yeah, that came months, I would say, at minimum 6 or 7 months later.
We would like to help you.
That never happened.
Feed your family. We
Didn't happen.
can assist you making this better.
I can't assist you making it better until I read it and then said, this needs to get better. Now, I did call it a piece of shit right off the bat. Grant you that, but I only read 1 chapter. That's all I actually needed to read, by the way.
I thought, oh, that's really nice.
Is that what you thought? Are you going with this George Costanza thing that it's not a lie if you believe it? I'm getting that feeling from you.
Still a huge amount of confidence in me. What kind souls to help me?
Why would they need to help you? Your book was already completed. Another little tiny problem. This was already completed. Why did anyone need to help you? Yeah? A good question.
Better my book.
I didn't get that. Was that good? That didn't sound right. Go ahead again.
Souls to help me better my book.
So better your book. So what you were looking for is somebody to better your book. This book. Yes? It has to be, because this is the only book that has your name on it. That was shit-canned not long after we were trudging through the hedgerows. And I went along kicking and screaming.
Those same people stole that book and have...
No, we didn't steal anything. No one stole that book. That book is this book. I did not steal this book. You gave it to me. You're going to admit as much here in a few seconds. So I can't steal something that you gave me. That makes no damn sense.
And subsequently published it.
No, we published this. This is not your book. This is Welcome to Flat Earth. Your book is Flat Earth Housekeeping Questions Deflate the Globe. Pseudoscience and Logical Fallacies Exposed. Nathan Oakley. Yeah. That's the shell game he's playing. Yeah? You guys getting it yet? God, I hope so.
Not only published it with the names that I came up with.
No, the names that you came up with. You didn't come up with Welcome to Flat Earth. Chocolate Saiyan did. Circa 2020 in 24/7 Flat Earth Discord. I happened to be sitting there when he first said it. When a baller came in and snatched his own wig off, all I hear out of Chocolate: Welcome to Flat Earth. Snacks are in the back. DJ spinning request. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. And We took that for the next 5 years. We're still taking it, right? And using it. Yep. And that's what I titled my book, Welcome to Flat Earth, and made a mention of him in the book. Yes. So that's a lie. Easily confirmed.
Yeah. No, that's
no. Not yet. No.
life. Yeah.
It's life. Are you going to wax philosophical on us now?
D. Rose is good at describing how in the music industry.
What does D. Rose have to do with this or the music industry? D. Rose didn't spend 1 second in any of those hangouts that I remember. I could be wrong, though. He may have popped in here and there.
People stab each other in the back all the time.
That's what you tried to do, but I brought Thor's hammer down on your knife.
Yeah, trying to relinquish other people of their intellectual property.
That's exactly what you tried to do.
See, now there's going to be certain people out there who, in certain circumstances,
So certain people in certain circumstances, got it?
have to defend their use of their own material.
Have to defend their use of their own material. Okay.
But ultimately speaking, no one ever questions how talented Michael Jackson is when he's in a courtroom.
Michael Jackson? What does Michael Jackson have to do with this? I don't know.
Saying, yeah, of course I wrote this song, and then he starts beatboxing. Everyone's like in awe of Michael Jackson.
Who's Michael Jackson in this scenario? You? Or me?
That doesn't mean that there's not some thieving bastard who's dragged him into a courtroom.
Well, I haven't drug you into a courtroom, and neither have you drugged me in there. You can't. You got zero.
That's all it boils down to.
What? All it boils down to? What's something that you just dreamed up?
People recognize Michael Jackson's talent.
Yeah, they recognize my talent and my material. Yeah, they're not goofballs. They've been listening. Well, a lot of them have been listening for the past 10 years. They know it's my material. It's a well, duh. You never produced anything. What flat earth argument is Nathan Oakley's? Name one. I'd like to hear it.
And wanted a piece of it.
Yeah, you wanted a piece of my material, and I put the hammer down. 4. 1 each.
Wanted to put their veneer on top of it.
There is no veneer. On top of what?
Wanted to make housekeeping questions.
Huh?
About a journey of discovery from a big-footed woman who ends up with...
Oh my God, we're back to the big-footed woman. Is this Karen? Did you turn into Karen? How do you know? You've been creeping her Facebook photos, haven't you? And you got a little foot fetish going on. How big are they?
with cats.
Now that you got cats again. We're back to cats. You see that Deuce 7 offsuit, ladies and gentlemen? I see it. We're back to this again. How many times are you going to repeat this?
Instead of it being about Nathan Oakley's show where
It's not about that. The books, none of the books, maybe your book, this book right here. This one right here that I had nothing to do with. Maybe that is what you're speaking to. I don't know.
thousands of repetitions of those questions have come.
Of what questions? The housekeeping was created by Anthony Riley. There's no doubt about that. The housekeeping question, 75% came from right here. This desk right here. That's where they came from. So what the hell are you talking about?
Come out of these lips.
They come out of these. Yeah, the material that I gave you come out of your lips. Yes. And Anthony Riley, don't want to take anything from him. He was the one with the housekeeping questions.
I'm not ever going to need to justify what I do.
You oh really? What do you do? What is it that you do here? A whole bunch of nothing. You open a hangout and go live on YouTube. Whoop-de-doo. So what? So do thousands, tens of thousands of people do that. You think you're special?
In my book.
What book is that? You're talking about this. He has to be talking about this book because that's his book. So I got no problem with that.
Absolutely not. What I will do is detail the treachery. And
You're going to detail the treachery. How about the evidence with that detail? Yeah. There is no treachery without evidence.
the betrayal.
There is no betrayal without evidence. There are illusions in your mind.
Of people who've decided that they want to thieve from me.
Who might that be? And what was stolen specifically?
Now, those people will inevitably have to, there'll be a necessity to justify what they have produced.
Okay, here's how I'm going to justify it. You ready? There you go. Justification over. Whew, that took a lot of effort. Yep, that's how easy that was.
Like, make it seem like it's theirs.
Make it seem like it's theirs. Really? You might want to contact the U.S. Copyright Office and see if we made it seem like it's ours. Can you, when you call them and ask them, could you, like, transcript that conversation for everyone? I would really, really be interested in looking over that monkey.
That will haunt them.
This is going to haunt me. I've got it framed. This monkey's framed, Holmes. Wow, what's next? Is there going to be a Prince reference in here?
Me, I don't have any such
How did they
problems.
get
You don't have any such problems because all you do is make baseless assertions without any evidence, i.e. lie. So I think you do have some concerns. Maybe not at this moment, but you're going to have some. I assure you.
Go ahead.
How did they get a copy of your book originally before they told you they would help
How did they get a copy of your book? Here we go. Originally. Tell them, Nathan.
you out?
I gave it to him.
I gave it to them. So how could I steal this book when he admitted that he gave it to me, ladies and gentlemen? That's the question. Yes? The tangled webs we weave. You're not getting out of this. What did you think was going to happen? You know I'm a human lie detector. I've been doing this for 10 years. You sat there on the sidelines and watched me do this countless times. Did you think you were going to get away with this? You must be delusional.
Okay.
To work on, after being asked.
Okay, he gave us this book to work on after being asked. What? Another inconsistency. So you gave me this book to work on after being asked? That's a lie. That's a lie. So you gave me this book after I said, Nathan, can I have a copy of this book? Not to work on, so I could read it and then call it a piece of shit afterwards. So what in the world? You've lost the plot and you got the sequence all screwed up. Let's listen to that one more time.
To work on, after being asked.
Okay, let's go back. Let's pull a hole, Jay.
They told you they would help you out.
I gave it to him.
Okay.
To work on, after being asked.
Why was I working on this after being asked? So did you think I asked you to work on this book when I hadn't read it yet? Yeah, It's called discontinuities. There and some incongruities here. It's not making any sense, son. Yep.
Asked. Yeah. Can we help you make this better? Yeah.
Can we help you make this better? What's this? This. Yeah? Can we help you make this? I never said that. Show. Release the tapes. I want to hear me saying that. Yeah?
Yeah, of course you can. What's that? I never even had a book.
I never said you never had a book. Adam definitely never said you had a book. Brian never said you definitely never had a book. We all know it. We've seen it. They were given it 3 weeks before me. And I've had it since then. We never made that claim. You're making up claims in your head? Or getting it from hearsay? We know you had a book. Here it is. My word. What?
What, the one that I was being offered help with that ended up being taken ownership by them?
I didn't catch that. It's hard because Neil's over talking him.
What, the one that I was being offered help with that ended up being taken ownership by them?
So we took ownership after we offered our help with this book. I didn't take ownership of this book. You gave it to me. I haven't done anything with it. It's yours. It's copyrighted under you. This is your book. Yeah, Nathan Oakley, copyright by Nathan Oakley. I haven't done anything. That's all I got. Never did. I'd never do anything with it. It's a trash heap that was discarded. Yeah. So that didn't make any sense. Is that another lie? How many we up to? It's a big number.
Apparently so.
He's been here before. Whoever just spoke, I know
Oh, no. We got Neil divining voices out there.
the voice. You know exactly what happened. So these...
How does he know exactly what happened? He wasn't in the Hangouts for 2 years. Gugushi wasn't there. Not one iota of a second. What the hell are you talking about? How would he know it? Does he have mind reading skills? Makes no sense, ladies and gentlemen.
These questions, I don't know where they're coming from.
The questions are coming from Gugushi.
I don't recognize.
Well, I'm just wondering how they got a copy of it before they're telling us that, we're going to help you out.
I just told you. I gave it.
Yeah, second time he gave it to them. After I asked him, I said, what book? And I said, can I have a copy of that book? You gave it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an inference now that it didn't even exist.
No, you don't know what an inference is, number one. Number two, there was never any inference. We know you had a book. The trash heap. This one. When I say we, Brian, Adam, and I. We know this. And the people that were in the Hangout know this because you gave us the book. We were working on this book, editing it. I went kicking and screaming and told you we should shit can it right from the beginning, but no. Right? We ended up shit canning it, kicking it to the side. Took a couple months. You could check it on the tapes. Don't hold your breath. He's not going to release those tapes. He can't because he's lying.
Yeah, like I never had a book to need helping with.
You never had a book to need helping with. Good English.
Like I say,
I think on one of those videos, there was always two books open.
Uh-oh. What was that, John? Need to change your name, by the way. Let's roll this on back. Roll on 3.
like I say,
I think on one of those videos, there was always two books open, the one we were working on.
So there are always 2 books, ladies and gentlemen. 2 books. The one we were working on and what?
And the one that,
Cat got your tongue. And the other one that, what?
That we're working from.
So the one that we were working on and the one that we were working from. Everyone got that? 2 books. Yes? Let's get some confirmation. Let's get a couple of amens.
Right. Or
Right? Are you asking a question? Are you trying to convince yourself? Or did you say something wrong and want correction from Nathan?
So
4th draft and 5th draft, you mean?
Not the 4th draft and 5th draft. They're 2 books. You don't have a 4th or 5th draft or a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. All you have was your book. Yeah? Now there's 2 books. You're going to admit to it here in a second.
Yeah, 4th and 5th draft.
Yes.
Not the 4th. Oh, he said it twice to try to convince refracted curvature. Yes. We want to see the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th drafts. Or you're a liar. Yes? Now he's going to confirm the 2 books, ladies and gentlemen.
They both have my name on the top of them.
Right.
Right, sure. Yeah, right.
Every page. Let's just say
Every page. No, it didn't. There were no drafts, so no, that didn't happen. You got a real Jim Jones thing going on over here. With everyone drinking the Kool-Aid, not asking for support. Do you know how that ended, by the way? Just checking.
say that once more time in case anybody
You're going to say it once more time? Okie dokie.
else out there says that I didn't have a book or that there was 2.
No one said that you didn't have a book or that there were 2 books. Yeah, you just confirmed there was 2 books.
Just say that once more time in case any.
Once more time. Listen to this, folks. He's going to confirm and deny. He's going to deny the 2 books and then confirm it within the same breath.
Anybody else out there says that I didn't have a book or that there was 2 books.
Or that there was 2 books. Got it? Remember that?
Yeah, when MySpace was opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family, there were 2 books on screen.
He just lied within, he just double spoke within the same breath. Let's go back. Listen to this.
Right.
Every page. Let's just say that once more time in case anybody else out there says that I didn't have a book or that there was 2 books.
Or that there were 2 books. So he's saying there wasn't 2 books, ladies and gentlemen. Then he says...
Yeah, when MySpace was opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family, there were 2 books on screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present Nathan Oakley. He just lied within the same breath. That was 3 weeks ago. Yeah? This was 3 days ago. Remember now, he's got 2 books. 1 book, 2 books. 1, 2. 2 books. Yeah? 3 weeks ago. Yeah? 3 weeks ago. 4 days, 3 or 4 days ago. 2 books, remember? Yeah? Here we go.
Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only 1 book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids.
So he denies the second book and states there's only 1 book. Ladies and gentlemen, what are these? Uh-oh. That's what I'm saying. He's playing a little shell game. And he just got caught. You want to hear it again? I do. How many bucks?
Opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen.
2 books. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 books on screen. 3 weeks ago. 4 days ago.
Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only 1 book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with.
Prosecution rests. You get it out there. Let's listen a few more times. Because I don't think many will get it. Too many paint chips from the 70s.
People who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen.
2 books on screen. 1, 2. Refracted curvature confirmed that same thing. 2 books. Then he stumbled, bumbled, and fumbled with it. Right? So we got 2 books 3 weeks ago. 4 days ago.
Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with two thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with. Opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen. One. Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with. Offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen.
1, 2. 2. 1, 2. 2. 1, 1, 2. 2 bucks. Yeah. 3 weeks ago. 4 days ago.
Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with.
So denies the second book and claims there's only one book when he claimed there were 2 books on screen. Want to hear it again? I do.
Opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen.
There you go. And then what happened?
Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with. Opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen. Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with. Opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen. Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with. Opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen. Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with. Opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen. Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with. Opened up to people who had offered me assistance to help me feed my family. There were 2 books on screen. Effective. Oh, yes. I love sitting in a hangout with 2 thieves while they produce a second book in my company. No, there's only one book. It was designed to produce money for me to feed my kids with.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's extremely difficult, near impossible, for liars to keep their story straight, especially over an extended period of time. You're gonna get caught. The moral of the story: always support what you say and don't lie.